Welcome back to The Vocalist. Today we are listening to Corey Taylor perform an acoustic version of the song Snuff. I have not heard him or Slipknot on this channel yet, but as I mentioned before, I grew up in Iowa, so I'm very aware of the group. I can even remember my classmates wearing their t-shirts. I'll be honest, my little middle school self found them very intimidating. But now I have you all to guide me on this journey, and you told me to start with this performance, so that is what we're doing today. Here we go.
I'm gonna play you a very heavy song for me. It's just hard to get through, so I'm obviously gonna need all the help I can get on this. Are you ready? Bury all your secrets in my skin. Come away with innocence, leave me with my sins. The air around me still feels like a cage. Love is just a camouflage, one resembles rage.
I won't go back. I'm so curious what he does vocally with Slipknot, just knowing, or having an idea of their music and, the intensity of their music. Right now, what I'm hearing vocally is just so stunning. It's so natural. It's conversational. You guys know I love that. Occasionally, he's pushing his air, he's using his air pressure to just change the sound just a little bit, add a little bit of more warmth, a little bit it's not even metallic, it's just got a little bit of edge to it, which I like. But just watching him, everything is so relaxed and free of tension, and so it feels so natural, and especially with what he's saying and the text, I think this is just a beautiful performance, so.
So if you love me, let me go. Run away before I know. My heart is just too dark to care. I can't destroy what is in there.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna just go back. The second part of that, it's just that little release in pressure. It's so beautiful because it's not breathy by any means, but he's really changing the color of his voice there so that it's just so intimate. It's so beautiful.
Run away before I know. My heart is just too dark to care. I can't destroy what is in there. Deliver me into my fate. If I'm alone, I cannot hate. I don't deserve to have you. My smile was taken long ago. If I can change, I hope I'll never know. I still press your letters to my lips. Cherish them in parts of me. Savor every kiss. I couldn't face a life without your light. All of that was ripped apart when you refused to fight. So save your breath, I will not hear. I think I made it very clear. You couldn't hate enough to love. Is that supposed to be enough? I only wish you were my friend. Then I could hurt you in the end. I never claimed to be a saint. My own was banished long ago. I took the death of hope to let you go.
I really appreciate, I did like find the lyrics beforehand, but I was really hoping that I didn't know how intense this would be or how fast he would be saying the words, so I just really appreciate that I can just take it all in without needing to reference lyrics or anything like that. That edginess in his voice that's coming in, that's kind of what I anticipated that's always been what I anticipate when I think of like metal music, but he's using it he's just being very smart about when he's allowing that vocal texture to come through. He's being very intentional based off of what he's saying and the text, and so it's just heartbreaking. Not only, you know, the anger and the hurt, that there's just a lot. There's so much in this song. That, just right there, that kind of scream, not even a scream, like that cry out, he's got such beautiful, like, open throat singing happening, like, and I think that's a big reason why you don't see tension in his jaw and his face and his tongue. It's all very neutral, and it's just this beautiful pillar of sound, but he uses tension to create this really cool, like, gritty, growly texture, but only when it works with, like, the text and what he's saying.
So break yourself against my stones and spit your pity in my soul. You never needed any help. You sold me out to save yourself, and I won't listen to your shame. You ran away, you're all the same. Angels lie to keep control. Ooh, my love was punished long ago. If you still get on, never let me know. You still get on, never let me know.
Do you know? I want to go back to that at the end. This is one of, actually, if any of you guys know technically what this does for you vocally, please let me know, because I had a teacher once who, granted, this was when I was studying opera, but he told me, like, kind of imagine you have a mustache, or like you're kind of like creating a little snarl. To this day, it just worked so much magic in my voice, and he, being an incredible technician, he was like, I genuinely don't know why this helps singers or why this works, but he uses it. And so I'm gonna point that out. He does that at the very end, and it just seemed to really help him stay in that beautiful placement he had already found. Like right at the end now. Now, of course, like, it could be emotional for him, but I feel like the tone of his... Listen again. It just added just like the tiniest bit of focus, like that laser focus to his sound. And I mean, when you're singing and playing and you've got a lot of intensity, like, that's the moment when you use all of these little tricks and tools to, like, maintain really good, beautiful vocal production. Obviously, we want that to be super natural and relaxed throughout, but when you're in these moments, these really passionate, heated moments in your singing, it's so great to have all those little tricks in your back pocket, that way you don't have to worry about your tone or your technique or anything like that. You can kind of, they're not cheats, but they're really great ways of making singing easier when you're fatigued or when you're emotional. I'm just gonna, and again, I don't know if that's what he's doing here, but it just reminded me of one of my teachers and that tool he had given me.
Love was punished long ago. If you still get on, never let me know.
that's a great song. Like, the lyrics are just so powerful and so well arranged. I'm excited to hear more of his range because I would say this was all very, like, middle voice until the end, and when he got to the end and he did that beautiful mix, it was still very chest dominant, so powerful, but again, so open. Like, you can hear how open his pharynx is when he sings, and I really love that. So I'm excited to hear more. I will await your recommendations just so I kind of ease myself into their music. I know it can be very extreme, but I'm very excited to hear more. So that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching with me, and hopefully I will see you next time.